The COVID-19 pandemic has struck across the country and it's now pricked the IPL 2021 bio bubble as well. The BCCI released a statement yesterday saying they will do everything in their powers to ensure the safe passage of all the participants of the IPL back to their countries. And that to me was an indication that the IPL is not coming back anytime soon. There's a lot of questions therefore on the minds of everyone across the country and the globe. Firstly, can the tournament get completed and when will it get completed? Let's look at the calendar for Team India and the rest of the world as well over the next few months. India travels to England for the World Test Championship, but they also have a tour of England soon after. There is, however, a break in the calendar between that. But when you look at the rising number of cases right here in India at the moment, it doesn't seem likely that that gap is enough to then pull off a tournament of this scale and another month of it and actually have the numbers brought down by then. So I don't think that window is going to be feasible. Then let's go to the next window. Yes, there's a T20 World Cup at the end of the year, but before that, India is set to host New Zealand in India, and there could be a potential window in September. However, if that window isn't quite ready and international players aren't quite ready to come into India just then, there is a possibility of hosting it in the UAE, or you've got to have to wait till the end of the T20 World Cup and maybe either host it in the UAE or bring it down to one city in India. And that, for me, is another solution potentially. If you have a city like Mumbai, for example, you've got the Brabant Stadium, the CCI, you've got the Wankhede, and you've got the DY Patil Stadium and also the Reliance Stadium. That is a possibility to actually run the tournament, the entire IPL, in just one single city. Now, on to question number 2. How do the players get home? How does everyone involved in the IPL 2021 make it back to their countries safely as well? And there is a serious concern, especially with borders shutting down all around us. Australia's borders are shut down. New Zealand's borders are still open, and there lies a possibility. The UAE, which is a huge point of transit for a lot of Indians, is shut down as well. So this has to be sorted out and will be the first point of addressal for the BCCI and all of these stakeholders over the next few days as well. And that finally brings us to point number 3. How big a blow really is this to the BCCI and to all the stakeholders involved? Let's remember that the IPL, when it comes around every year for 2 months, is a £300 million entity. And that is sizable. You've got the BCCI involved. You've got other stakeholders like the broadcasters, teams, players, sponsors, advertisers, employees that are in their thousands, people like me that are delivering content to you every single day that ride on the success of the IPL being a grand one as well. And that's why the implications of a vacant month not being completed will be massive too. But there are two sides of that coin. Remember, on the one side, we wanted it to continue in some sense because it was a distraction during depressing times. On the other side of that coin, there's a reality that is going on in the country which is engulfed with the COVID-19 pandemic. And that's why for me, it was the right decision overall to postpone the IPL. Whether it was a reactive one, whether it was proactive and should have been done earlier, that's a different question and that's for another day. But all we can do at this point really is hope that all the players involved and everyone else in the IPL can get back to their homes safely across continents, across countries as well, and make it home to their loved ones and to their families. We know all of you are hoping the same as well. And all we can say here at Man's Life is, guys, if it can breach the IPL bio bubble, which I've been a part of, it can breach your homes as well. So stay safe, please wear a mask, and just stay socially responsible as well. So head across to manslife.in for a whole lot more content from the world of sport, entertainment, lifestyle, and auto.